Alright, so this is my icebox igloo maker. I mentioned in my video that one issue I have with it is that it really needs to have a storage bag or something. So what I did was I picked up this at the thrift store. I picked up a nylon jacket, and what I'm going to do is, it seems to be sized pretty well for this thing. I'm going to take the seams out of the arms and sew them up, and probably take the zipper out, bring in some of the girth and sew it up. It already has a pull string on it, although that may or may not work. We'll see. I may end up putting Velcro across there. One of the arms I will make into a smaller bag so that I can take the poles and stuff from the inside and store them in this smaller bag. And I'll show you my progress as I'm making it, but I think all of that stuff together should make a pretty good storage bag for the igloo maker. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so the arms are off. I'm going to have to probably cut this across here just to even it out. And the way the cuff is made on this guy, I can probably just put a hole in here and feed a string through it so that I can turn that into a cinch end on it. And again, this will be the pole bag. Okay, one thing I should have checked right off the bat. The longer poles are actually a little bit longer than the sleeve, so I'm going to have to disassemble the whole sleeve, take both pieces of both sleeves and sew it together into a bag. So I still have more than enough material for a pole bag. It's just not going to be as easy as I thought. It's going to be more sewing. Alright, you can see I've got 4 pieces of arm here, from both arms. That's the length of one arm. I sewed them together endwise, and also these 2 pieces lengthwise. And now I'm just putting all the pieces in and sizing it up to determine. I've got a 3rd piece of arm length, and I'm just trying to see how big around the bag has to be in order to hold everything. And I could get all the poles in with just those 2 pieces, but then some of the accessory pieces wouldn't be in there, and I think I'm going to need that 3rd piece in there, so we'll see. And if you're an old guy like me who can't see very well, even with his glasses on, you can actually use your phone for threading a needle. It's going to be hard to do this while I'm making a video, but I've actually been using my phone and zoom in with the camera. Oh, there we go. So zoom in with the camera. Well, I decided to put the 3rd piece in after all. This is what it looks like from the outside. I'm definitely not going to win the Nobel Prize in sewing or anything, but I think this is going to hold together really well. I double seamed it all everywhere. Now, just hold on. So now, since I want to put a drawstring through it, I think what I have to do is fold it over and then sew it along here, and before I sew these 2 ends together, and then that'll leave a chamber through it that I can draw a string through. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so this is just to show you I have an inaccuracy. This is the bottom of the bag that's going to be sewn together, and I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here. As I mentioned, I'm definitely not going to be winning any Nobel Prize in sewing, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to seam this right across with a couple of seams. You see I'm out by a centimeter or something like that. No big deal. This is still going to be a really good bag for those poles by the looks of it. Alright, I pulled a piece of 3mm cord through the pull top. The bottom is all sewn up. I just got to turn it right side out and I got a bag. So there we go. There's my bag. I think it turned out really well. You know, it's not perfect, but it's going to serve the purpose. Hello there. Let me just put the stuff in it. So great. The only piece that doesn't really fit is this piece, but it's not really in danger of falling out of here when this is all packed together. So that's fine. It'll stay in here. The rest of this I'm pretty impressed with how it turned out. I've got a nice gear bag, pretty heavy duty nylon. I double stitched everything, and it really doesn't look terrible. Awesome.